Most contractors get shocked when they first ask about construction software pricing, not because it is expensive, but because it is rarely straightforward. Here's the truth no one tells you. Procore does not use a simple fixed price plan like most apps. In 2026, its cost depends heavily on your company size, project volume, and the specific modules you need. In this video, you'll understand how Procore pricing actually works, what factors influence the cost, and whether it is worth it for your construction business. Let's start with the basic idea. Procore is an enterprise-level construction management platform. A project manager like Alex can use it to manage budgets, RFIs, scheduling, drawings and communication across multiple job sites. It is built for scale, not simplicity. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because Procore is designed for large and mid-sized construction firms, pricing is customized for each company. There is no universal public price that fits everyone. But here's the problem. This makes it hard for small contractors to estimate cost up front, and many underestimate the total investment required. So how is pricing actually determined? First factor is company size. The more users you have, the higher the cost. Procore charges based on annual construction volume and organizational scale. Second factor is modules. You do not just pay for one tool. You pay for different parts of the platform. For example, project management, financial management, quality and safety, and field productivity are all separate components. Third factor is implementation. Procore often requires onboarding, setup, and training. This is not just software you install and start using. It is a system that needs to be integrated into your workflow. Now here's what most people miss. The real cost is not just the subscription. It is also the time your team spends learning and adapting to the system. Let's break it down simply. Small teams might find Procore expensive because they are paying for enterprise-level structure they do not fully use. Mid-sized and large contractors, on the other hand, often see value because it replaces multiple disconnected tools. So is Procore worth it in 2026? If you are managing complex projects with multiple subcontractors, budgets, and compliance requirements, Procore can save time and reduce costly mistakes. But if your business is small or focused mainly on field reporting, it may feel like overkill. Now here's the key insight. You should not judge Procore only by price. You should judge it by how much operational chaos it replaces in your workflow. If it replaces 5 different tools and reduces communication errors across job sites, the cost often becomes easier to justify. The biggest mistake contractors make is comparing Procore to simple apps. It is not a simple app. It is an entire construction operating system. So the real question is not how much it costs. The real question is whether your business is ready for that level of control. If this breakdown helped you understand Procore pricing better, like, comment, and subscribe for more construction software insights like this.